Yo guys, what's up? It's Teddy Creek here with my man's MPSU22.
Oh, what up?
Here, CreekCast number 5. Today we're gonna be
One
talking.
for the thumb.
Yep, the number 5, number 1 for the thumb. So we're gonna be talking about Assassin's Creed, going through our history, and then kind of more into
See,
Odyssey.
yeah,
I screw it up
Odyssey.
every time. We're gonna be talking about Odyssey, which comes out
Next week.
next week.
I want to say the fifth
or like the 4th or something like
yeah.
that. I haven't been keeping track actually,
No.
but
Neither have I.
so yeah. Well, it kind of crept up on me, to be honest. I'm used to them coming out later in October,
Yeah.
but
Or like, wasn't one? I feel like one of them was like the first week of November.
yeah, I think that was I want to say Revelations, because
Yeah. That kind
I waited outside for that when it was cold. Yeah, it comes out October 5th.
Yep.
So we not that far to go.
One more week.
So first, we wanted to talk about just a little bit. First, I want to actually preface this is going to be 100% spoilers
But like all
for
the other
every
games.
single game, pretty much. If you want,
Besides Odyssey, obviously.
if you want to tune out, you can do so, but we won't be holding anything back related to any of the games or really anything else that we've seen
Yeah.
in the
Story-wise.
outside universe.
Even though all of them are now comics.
Yeah. But so first we wanted to go through kind of like what we thought each game did well building up towards Odyssey.
Yeah.
So first we got AC1, the one that started all.
Love that one.
What would you say? What would you say, Jeff?
The flags, dude. Collecting all the flags.
All right. Podcast canceled. It's over. It's Teddy Creek. I'm out. Jeff, you can handle the rest of this. You can have CreekCast 6
Who
through.
doesn't love collecting the flags? And when you collect them all, you get nothing.
Yeah, I didn't.
There's nothing at all.
I never did them.
Yeah, I didn't collect them. I just knew that there was nothing.
I was like, oh, here's one. Oh, god. And then you got to the kingdom where it was just like the place where you just ride the horse.
Yeah,
And I was like,
that,
oh, I ain't finding
like that was kind of like the first like big. Reminds me of like how AC3 was with the basically the forest.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
It was like that, and then you could go into New York and Boston.
it was like its first kind of like
mass area.
yeah, like just open.
And then
I
you
guess
have
it was
obviously
all
the other
open world,
cities, but
but
the
yeah.
kingdom was like the biggest one.
Yeah, it was the connecting path through all of them.
Yeah. The thing that always brought me back just to play AC1 was which they later dubbed black box assassinations, where
Oh yeah.
you basically pick how you want to go about the assassination process.
Mm-hmm.
I think AC1 did it really well with at least I can't think of the actual missions, but I knew there was ones in like Act 3 or 4 where it was like pure just like here's the guy, go kill him.
I just remember the one like fat dude.
Oh, that was a good one. Yeah.
Where I just
He
remember
basically poisons the fountain.
Am I thinking of that one?
The guy who has leprosy or whatever.
Yep. That's it.
Yeah.
I just remember I climb up the statue and then I jump and then I either kill him or I screw up and end up chasing him for like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
For me, AC1, what I think it did best. I would say, just because it's the thing that sticks with me the most, I would say like the world building. And by that, I mean pretty much it's set up like the battle between assassins and Templars. Like pretty much when you get to the end, you fight. I can't remember half their people's names. He's the bald dude, not Al Mualim, but the dude right before him.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
Where he's
either.
like, "Psych, you've been bamboozled. Al Mualim, he ain't good."
Yeah.
And then you beat that, and then you get to like the modern day, and they're like, "Oh, you're gonna die," and then you get all these visions. I was like, "Yo, what is going on?"
And that ending of like seeing all the freaking symbols and stuff.
So I was just like,
that was definitely like
my brain was like, "What the hell is going on?"
One of the biggest cliffhangers.
Because I played it when it came out. Jeff, I played it with him. I got Jeff into the series.
Yeah.
So.
I was just like one day I was like, I think I want to try the Assassin's Creed series. Len's like,
I was like, oh, dude,
let's go on this adventure here.
And then we have proceeded to play in front of my big ass hot CRT TV in the like 90-degree heat. It was hot, but it was worth it.
But we played AC 1, 2,
I think we played up to
Brotherhood.
Revelations.
Yeah, we got up to Revelations, and then I played AC3 by myself.
Yep. All right, so then next we got AC2. I'll go first. I'll say it's hard to not say just like Ezio, the character himself.
Yeah, that was gonna say. I was like, just overall.
Yeah, it's hard to say like one thing that it did completely better than just Ezio and just like building a character that is likable.
Yeah.
And like you feel like has a purpose and he's got a good story.
Background.
The story, I would say probably to get a little bit away, I'd say it's probably the story.
Yeah, I was going to say the exact same thing. Because I think overall, I think AC1 did Assassinations better. From what I remember, it's been years since I played 2.
It's been a while.
But I think AC1 did Assassinations better, but the overall story and side, like, side missions were okay, but like the story just in general, the main story, just you wanted to get through it.
Yeah.
Well, and then you had the hidden glyphs and stuff like that.
Yeah. It's like how most like sequel games are. Like they build on what was good from the first one and make it better. And so
easily.
I feel like they just took what was good in one and just like beefed it up a lot.
Gave it a story.
Yeah,
I mean, they already had the basically engine and everything.
But then we got like introduced to like those who came before. Or was that? Yeah, that was at the end. Yeah, we got introduced to the first Civ, and I was like, once again, I was like, what's going on?
Yep.
Why is they talking to Desmond and not Ezio?
Yep.
Who is Desmond? I was like, what do you mean who's Desmond? Then next we got Brotherhood.
One of my favorites.
Brotherhood, personally my favorite game. For me, easily what this one was best for is I would say I really liked I was gonna say not the modern day, but like the first Civ stuff. Mainly just like they killed my girl Lucy. I was like, why? What's going on? What's going on? What do you mean? I was like, what do you mean she's evil?
Oh no, yeah.
I was like, what do you mean?
Oh yeah.
I was like, Juno, how you know she evil? What do you mean? And they're like,
oh yeah.
They're like, she got the cross. You got kill her.
And then you kept saying that she was alive.
I was like, nah, man, she's okay. Yeah,
I think that the modern day in that one's the best.
Yeah, for sure. That or one I'll get into the future, which you might be surprised, but I would agree. Brotherhood's modern day was great, just because you got to go around to like the original town and you were like running around. But I thought that was cool.
Villa.
Yeah, I also liked. I wish they would bring this back personally, but like how you had. I don't know if you'll agree, but how you had to like. To upgrade the city, you had to like buy stuff.
Oh yeah, that was from 2 like, primarily.
Yeah, it was 2, but I remember in Brotherhood,
they had the upgraded for like the mini areas. I think.
Yeah, because I remember you had to like buy all the monuments and like, the aqueduct, and I was like, I could never get enough money for the aqueduct. That was I think that was like the last thing I did in that game out. I think I also remember the temples. I liked being the temples. Or the
like the side.
Yeah, I really like those as well.
Yeah.
The next Revelations. No, did you have anything else with Brotherhood?
Well, I think 2 did the story better. I don't know what it is with Brotherhood exactly for me. I just thought it was basically an improved version of 2. Not necessarily in the story, but just overall mechanic wise. You had the Brotherhood mechanic. That was probably like my all-time favorite.
Yeah, that was cool. That was
the fellow assassins. You could train them up. It was. I know 3 tried to bring it back, but wasn't great. Revelations had it.
Revelations did good with it.
Yeah, but I think Brotherhood's just overall it fit so well because it's like Ezio's finally like
it was like master. The whole point of hence the game. But no,
but I thought that was probably my favorite mechanic, and I just think overall it was improved on 2's mechanics and just made it better.
Plus, I'd like to throw in first game with multiplayer.
Yo,
first one. Hey, shush. All right, then next we gonna go to Revelations, which I feel is underrated.
Yeah, I mean,
to what other people think.
I don't hate it.
I think it's a game that I need to play it more than obviously I've played it more than once,
I
but
played it twice.
to appreciate it, I think I needed to play it more than once because the first time I was just kind of like, oh, I'm getting tired of switching between Ezio and Altair, kind of.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't see.
I love Altair, so that didn't bother me.
I was kind of like, I don't see the point. But then, like upon second playthrough, I kind of got more like, oh, Ezio, he's all old.
Yeah.
Altair is showing him the way. But I think my favorite thing from Revelations is probably the setting. I don't know why. I just really like the setting. I like
it was the
it was Constantinople,
yeah.
The Ottoman Empire. I don't know. I just like the buildings and the architecture and like the colors and everything.
It definitely took a different tone of colors because I felt like
because we were stuck in like that single part of like Italy ish area for 2 straight games.
So like seeing this kind of like desert type, not really desert type, but just the colors were different.
Yeah, for sure.
For Revelations, oh, you didn't like the tower defense type game?
Oh God.
That was one that
you really want this to end, don't you?
That game, that mini thing was
like
so
I eventually got good at it, like on my third time.
I mean, it only got hard if like you didn't pay attention.
Well, the first couple times I was like, I really don't care. I'm not gonna try to figure this out. But
it like rarely ever happened anyway.
Yeah,
because I 100%ed the game, and I remember only having to do it the first time you had to do it because you'd have to like be careful about like Templars trying to do stuff.
Yeah,
it's like okay. I love the hook blade. That was just a fun addition. The old good.
I don't know why they haven't brought it back. It makes no sense.
I know it kind of just died after that one.
Like, granted, I don't know if they invented the hook blade in that game, like whole series wide.
Yeah.
But obviously, it wouldn't come back in like Origins or Odyssey since those are way before. But it should have been there.
The mechanics are just cool with it.
It should have been there in
like for the combat wise as well. But yeah, I like Revelations. It's middle of the pack for me.
No, I'd agree. I just think people dislike it too much.
Yeah, which is dumb.
Also, maybe my favorite multiplayer game. I didn't play it a lot. I never played it. But I really liked the characters I could play as in the maps. I really liked the maps. I was very good at that one. Next, Black Flag?
No, 3.
Oh, 3.
3 was the next one.
Yep, AC3. You can go first. This is your game.
Yeah, I know. It's weird because I was like, after playing, this is after like the marathon.
Yeah, our marathon
of playing with you.
No, you're good.
And I was so excited because this was going to be like my first, basically, Assassin's Creed game.
His first solo.
By myself, solo. And already in my head, I was like, all right, I'm going to 100% this, probably no matter what. And I had been basically watching videos on it constantly until the release of it. And I know after a while, it got a lot of like crap because it wasn't what they advertised really in some of the missions and all that stuff. I don't know what it is. I love the climb, like the movement, the combat. Even though the combat's super easy. In Black Flag and 3, they use the same kind of combat system. Yeah. And it's really easy, but it just looks so sick. Connor's not the greatest character.
I don't like
him. But I don't know what it is. I liked, obviously, playing as Hatham. Hatham's one of the cool characters I enjoyed in the beginning. Then you had the surprise because none of us knew.
Yeah, we didn't know.
None of us knew you started the game as Hatham.
Yeah, I started the game. I was like,
this isn't Connor.
I was like, who the hell is this guy?
And you start in the opera house and all that stuff.
Yeah,
that was cool. I liked Hatham. No, I did like that. He was a really cool character.
And then they're like, you're playing as Hatham. You're like, oh, okay, I'm getting my squad together. And then all of a sudden they're like, do you pledge to the cross? I was like, wait, what do you mean? I was like, what?
Not like this.
I was like, oh, I'm a Templar. Fuck these guys.
Yeah. I thought I liked Hatham. Connor was good. I wish they would have. The problem with Connor, it being split between Hatham and Connor, basically you get Hatham for like 2-3 chapters, I believe.
Yeah.
And then you get Connor for the rest of the time. I think the problem with that is that you basically had to rush through Connor's like childhood part, which wasn't even that great anyway. But you don't get that much deep character development from missing out on certain chapters.
No, I feel you.
Like that's progress that you could have gotten. But overall, I like the maneuverability in it, the tree climbing.
Yep, that was new.
The assassinations they only, from my knowledge, from playing it 100%ing one game and then kind of just like keeping at a certain point in another file.
I don't remember them.
The first one against William Johnson is kind of the more black box one that you can kind of do yourself.
I just remember the one where I go up on the flag and kill that guy.
That's
like,
that's the other one. Why did you do this? That was the other one that I really liked, but again, it was like you kind of had to do it that way, otherwise you're just fighting a bunch of people for like hours. But getting there is cool.
For me, I would have to easily probably say that the modern day is the best part of this game for me.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because it was everything I mainly like about the whole series. I was Desmond. Yeah. I was solving
finally that he puzzles. Was like.
I was talking to Juno. Juno was hitting me with that lore.
Yeah, everybody loves some good lore.
And then, spoilers, you die.
Yeah.
But
Rip.
I mean, that was probably that. I know I've said this for the past like 3 games, but the Revelations in 3 was probably my favorite multiplayer.
Yeah.
3 was
fun. That was the first time I played.
3 I was popping off.
3 was really fun.
I'd have to say modern day multiplayer, easily my favorite 2 parts of the game. Other than that,
I think they screwed that up though. You basically go through 4 games of Desmond.
Yeah.
Being and he's supposed to be developing all of these skills.
Well, I mean,
and he's dead.
It would, in hindsight, it was probably a really bad decision based on what we've gotten after that.
True. Story-wise.
They could have definitely planned it better with what we've gotten after and when they've gone with the modern day.
Yeah, I don't know what their thinking was for the future. What I wish we could have seen their like game plan for the future. Like, all right, we're gonna do this, and also if we would have had the original creator still on these projects, but he's been gone for years and years.
I mean,
it's kind of developed into
going into Black Flag because we were Desmond the whole time. This is the first one where we're actually like
ourselves,
person. So they're like, you are the person. I was like,
yeah,
not like, really, but.
No, dude, Jackdaw second main character.
Yeah, the Jackdaw second main character of the game.
Yeah.
So yeah, Black Flag. My favorite part of the game, besides Edward, I feel like that's cheating for me at least.
Yeah, Edward's cool.
And my boy / girl Mary Reed, kid, rip, R.I.P. Didn't you just leave her body there?
Yeah, that was my bad.
Damn.
I screwed up. I didn't know you could take it.
Disgrace.
I was like, all right, you're dead.
I was so mad.
Yeah.
This is where my video game life went on a streak of killing all my favorite characters.
Yeah.
So yeah, she was my favorite character. But then besides characters, I just remember the very few like dungeon puzzles that there were. I really liked them.
Oh, like getting to the actual like sage.
Yeah, like the whole like sage background. I just remember just because I was like part of the reason I like kid / Mary Reed so much is just because she was like being like, oh, go through these puzzles with me. I was like, all right. And then I
love me puzzles.
I was like, yo, I'm all about the puzzles. How do you know? But what was his name too? Because he got Freedom Cry. What was his name? I can't remember. Adwale.
Oh yeah,
he was cool.
Love
I like Adwale. I didn't play it. You did. You played it.
Yeah, his Freedom Cry. Yeah. First, I don't know why you. First, I thought you said Far Cry. I was like,
no. Freedom Cry.
No, yeah, I didn't play all of it. I played probably like the first like 4 missions.
Didn't beat it?
No, I never beat it.
Oh, I thought you did.
Nope. I got distracted with other stuff.
I didn't have any interest in playing it.
It felt too similar to Black Flag, obviously. Because that's kind of how their DLCs go.
I was gonna point to another game feeling real similar to Black Flag.
Oh yeah, we ain't talking about that.
Well, we
will, but I ain't gonna be happy.
What would you say is your favorite? I've got a guess, but what would you say is your
of my favorite of
Black Flag?
Yeah. Oof. Black Flag's probably my favorite game.
Okay.
I'll just say that now. When we do the rankings, I'll just put Black Flag there. It's always been there. I liked combat really great. Just because it flew
like AC.
Yeah, like AC3. It just felt good doing it. I actually really like the ship stuff.
And that's what I thought you were gonna say.
Yeah.
The naval stuff.
I love the naval stuff.
I can't stand it.
It was just fun for me.
I was just like not good at it, so I didn't like it.
And I like doing the treasure hunt chests and stuff like that. That was fun, like going to the different islands.
Yeah, because you were the dude
like Mysteriosa.
Because you're the dude that was like, I'm gonna go fight these really, really hard ships.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to do that.
I remember I sent my cousin out to go fight one of them. He's like, "What are these?"
Yeah, it was bad.
There's two of them.
And the one that
got stuck in between them,
or the one that just chases you,
the
really
one that just
fast.
rams you the entire time.
I was like, why are you so fast?
Yeah.
And I did like the setting though too. Like,
I love the setting. Yeah.
Like, I can't really describe it. Not the setting, but like the feel, like the characters, the way the world felt like alive.
Oh yeah.
Like I was actually there. Obviously, I wasn't, but
yeah.
I don't know. I've never really experienced any pirate game before.
Yeah.
Or like it was really like untapped area of games that
it really is.
I've
you have. I mean, Sea of Thieves tried, but from what I know,
yeah, it's not doing so hot.
It kind of just there was nothing to do.
Yeah.
Like you just did kind of the same thing. It's what a lot of games that suffer now that there's no end game thing.
Yeah.
At least with Assassin's Creed, there's like collectibles and shit like that. But overall,
well, Assassin's Creed, it's not like it's like a story game.
Yeah,
so
yeah, true.
It's not like
it's not like the problem with like Sea of Thieves. I won't get on this, but it's just like you basically just do the same stuff.
Yeah, no, I get you.
There's nothing to drive it.
Right. Then next was
technically Rogue and Unity came out at the same time.
Yeah, that was weird. Like I get it.
The stories intertwined and crap like that.
Before I understood why, I was like, this is really weird.
Yeah, why would you release like? I think that, again, it was like people haven't gotten the PS4 yet, so they were going to do the PS3. But I think it screws up kind of. Let's waste my time.
Let's talk about Unity first.
Oh, thank God.
Unity. So Unity was like the first game that was next gen.
Yep.
Because Black Flag came out on both.
Yep.
So I remember when I saw the trailer for Unity, I was like, holy hell, this game looks amazing.
It looks so clean.
And I will give it credit. When the game does work, this is probably the best thing about it. When the game does work, the graphics and just like the way they got all those people in that area.
Oh yeah.
Is, in my mind, the best thing about the game.
It looks really nice.
I personally didn't have that many bugs.
Neither did I. I didn't have that many bugs.
I just had one where I tried to climb into a window and I got stuck in between, like inside the wall. I couldn't do anything.
The glitches weren't ever a problem for me necessarily.
Maybe it was an Xbox thing.
The game, it could have been. The game overall felt slow for me.
It was the first game. We might have been getting used to it, but it was the first game where they did change the free running style.
Yeah, and
where it was just like hold this to go down, hold this to go up.
Yeah, and then it was like you can do like it was like free fall down. Your guy would do like all these fancy moves down, and that was nice. I mean,
it looked nice, but it took forever.
It just took forever, and we didn't like the game enough to actually like care to master that type of free running.
Sure.
And it hits on just graphics wise. They brought back the black box assassinations, even though one technically is a black box mission. It's the one that they showed the demo of the very first one.
I don't even remember them. Nope, I do remember
the one,
that.
The cathedral.
I remember that one. Yep.
That's the only one that's technically a full-on black box. All the other ones are not.
No, yep, I do remember that one. I don't remember anything else about that game other than that. The beginning and the end.
Yeah.
Looking back, I do kind of think they're slightly going in the right way. It's probably where they got it from for these recent games, Origins and Odyssey, with like the different armor sets you could have.
Yeah, I mean,
how they kind of had like different play styles. If you wanted to like brute force
everything. I kind of miss just having like the one set of
I agree
robes,
but I can see like where they're going with that.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's either or for me. It doesn't really matter. And then we go on to the unspeakable game.
Rogue is my least favorite game in the series.
He actually threw it away.
100. I literally threw it away because I hated it. Then I brought it back to try it again. I hated it again.
When I was playing it, I raged real hard at this one mission. I just couldn't. This ship was just bodying me. I broke my game case. I punched it, and I threw my controller. I picked it up, and it was like all broken. So, Jeff, we got to try real hard. Best thing about Rogue.
Oh, God. Definitely not the character.
Not Shay.
Not Shay. I make my own luck.
I did. this is just hard because I completely forgot that like wow, I can't remember his name. The old dude in 3.
Oh yeah,
How he was there, how he was like Shay's mentor,
Yeah, he was
and
the
then
leader of the
he was
assassins.
also with Hatham back when he was an assassin. They're like, "Psych, I don't like you."
Yeah, and
So
Connor's mentor as
like
well.
that was kind of cool.
Achilles.
Achilles, that's
Yep.
what it was. Yep.
I was like, God, start with the name.
Yep.
Then I'm like, then you saw Adewale, he came back.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
Oh,
It was a good way to tie in 3
yeah,
and
they're
Unity.
yeah.
Like you got more Hatham, which is awesome. I loved Hatham.
Yeah, it was
So
like
he was probably my favorite part is just seeing Hatham
it
in
was like
general.
them tying in 3,
Yeah.
4 and Unity kind of together.
Yeah. Yep. 4.
I did have there was like some other side characters in the game I liked, but
And awful
obviously they're
glitches.
not great enough for me to remember their names.
Yeah, no, I don't remember.
But I personally just hate that game because no multiplayer for no reason at all.
Yeah, I thought I would like. I remember seeing the trailer for the first time. The guy killing the other assassins, seeing Shay kill the other assassin. I was like, all right, and it's in the Arctic. I was like, that's gonna be sweet. And it was
just Black Flag again.
Yeah, it was just
with
Black
snow.
Flag with snow, and it sucked.
I didn't even like how they did like.
I hated the little
the little thing on the bottom of the screen where it helps you like find where the assassins are.
Yeah, that was stupid. Like I hated those things.
They stole that
like
from
the fort things.
They kind of stole that from multiplayer.
Yeah,
like,
that's basically what it was.
What are you doing?
And I don't know. Shay just made me hate them.
I don't know.
I think it would have worked as like a story because it fits so well with like this is why like this like the assassins aren't always right.
Yeah, no.
Like that part works. It's
sure.
just how they executed it kind of sucks.
No, I agree. It was let's just say it was big missed opportunity.
Yeah.
What they probably honestly could have done is made a game of just Connor and then just Hatham.
Yeah. Like the Hatham game could have been that one.
Yeah.
And then Connor could have had his own as the Revolutionary one.
All right, we got enough of Rogue.
That was when Assassin's Creed was at it. Like for both you and I, we were not feeling it.
I was like, ugh.
Yeah, and then that's when they took.
Is that they took their
no?
Break?
Was it
no Odyssey Origins?
Was after the 2 years.
Yeah.
Yep. So then they came out with
Syndicate. Once again, I think Syndicate really underrated.
Yeah, I agree with you.
The combat is.
I think I love the combat.
I remember we were talking one day, and I was like, "Yeah, Syndicate's real high on my list." And you're like, "Is it?" I was like, "Yeah, man. The combat's great." You're like, "Is it?" And then you went back and played it. You're like,
the combat slaps. I went back. I was like, "Oh my god, the combat was fun."
The combat was sick.
Like the finishing moves and all that crap, and how fast it was.
I really liked the not the hook blade. Yeah, the grapple.
Yeah.
I was zooming across
places. It reminded me of. I know we're not probably going to talk much about the DLC besides. I mean, we brought up Freedom Cry, but the AC3 Tyranny of King Washington.
Oh yeah.
The abilities they took basically that grappling hook was the bird ability you learned in the second chapter, where you could fly from basically rooftop to rooftop, which was like the sickest thing.
I wasn't about it,
dude. It was so.
You
fun.
Couldn't like go.
It was so fun. If they the two things they screwed up in AC3 DLC stuff was that you only got the powers in the DLC, and you didn't get the sweet outfit.
You didn't?
That came. No, it wouldn't let you bring the outfit.
Oh no, I
get
what you're saying. I thought you meant like you
into the actual game.
I get
that was the two missed opportunities that they screwed up.
Yeah, that was kind of.
I was like, what's the whole point? Why do I'm stuck using the powers in like specific DLC chapters and areas? It sucks.
Did you play the? Because I know you watch them a lot, but did you play the Syndicate DLC?
I did not.
Okay,
I watched it.
Wasn't
that great?
Okay, Jacob was he evil?
No, it was it was just an old assassin.
Okay, he was
trainee.
Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, he was Jack the Ripper. It was not Jacob.
Yeah. Syndicate. Best thing about it for me. I mean, I really liked Evie. She was cool.
I loved Evie.
But I'd say probably the combat for me.
Yeah. I think same with Evie combat, traversing with the basically grappling hook. The setting was cool too.
Story was.
I loved. I don't know how many people like this, but the train hideout, the train hideout, like, was so cool to me. Like, you finally have your hideout back, and it's a freaking train.
I forgot about the hideouts.
I was like, that's so sick.
The story was
Yeah, story wasn't that great because they made up a lot of the characters because we were at that time.
It was
they're
like
getting
too close
to
like modern day.
Like the ancestors of like people are still around.
They're like they're still alive, so we don't want to like shit on people's families.
So I can see that's where I don't think they're gonna go that far, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. So then next, Origins.
Yeah. This was the 2-year hiatus.
Yeah, the 2-year hiatus. What? You can go first because I have to think.
Oh, again, I probably played Origins longer than you played Origins.
Oh, you definitely did.
I got a lot of stuff done. I did all like the extra like community events for like the Egyptian monsters. I don't know if you did that. I think you might have done the first.
I did none of them.
It was a different system that they used.
Yep.
And they're using as well in Odyssey. I think they basically like a 2-year run out of the system and then change it.
It seems like it, yeah.
We'll see with that after Odyssey, which I think they're going to do a 2-year break. I don't know. But Origins, I don't know what exactly I could put my finger on of what I exactly liked. I enjoyed it. I think bringing back the bow, I think bow combat was like my favorite, just like all the different types of bows. Mm-hmm. But I just used the Predator bow because it's OP.
Kind of sidetrack. I'm surprised you didn't say for Syndicate the black box assassinations.
Oh yeah. That was definitely up there. I mean, Origins sort of brought back the black box assassinations, but Syndicates was better. I even made YouTube like 2 videos about it.
Mm-hmm.
I did the bank one and
yep.
What was the other one I did? I did another one. No, it's not that important. But the crazy guy that drills the dude's head.
Oh yeah,
I did that one. But Origins brought back black box assassinations sort of in some of the missions.
Mm-hmm.
I think the setting was cool. I know you have your own qualms and you have your own review about it.
Mm-hmm.
And again, a lot of it was just obviously just desert.
Yeah, there's a lot of desert.
So there was only so much you could do. I think they did for some of the cities was awesome. Like Alexandria was cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It was good. I think overall, just probably the bows was like my favorite part.
I'm struggling to think of like what the game did best.
What you originally said in your video.
I don't remember either.
Enjoyed. I think you just were overall just
Like, it looks amazing.
Oh yeah, looks really nice.
One
of the best looking ones.
The one mission where I did the temple with those who came before.
That was sweet.
I was super.
I needed more of that. Give me some.
And
more
then I was like, oh, there ain't a lot of that. And
yeah.
then I kind of was like,
You would think being in Egypt with a lot of like mysterious stuff going down and temples and stuff, you get more of that.
Even though I didn't do it, it's kind of gonna sound like hypocritical, but even though I didn't do it, but I do like the like Egyptian god things they did.
Yeah.
But I wish they did them differently, not just like these giant boss fights.
You just spam.
I wish it would have been more kind of, I don't know, like dungeon-esque.
Yeah,
kind of like the one where you have the crazy vision with the snake.
Yeah. But no, I can see that.
He's still like a giant boss.
That's what I thought they would have done too. I was like, oh, so these are what the Egyptian god battles are going to be. They're going to be like how the snake was. But it ended up just being, go to this area and start the mission, and then he just comes out of the ground and just throws enemies at you and you have to kill him.
Yeah, I feel like they could have made it more like supernatural setting-wise, other than go in the middle of the desert.
And at least give you like how in the snake one they gave you the bow.
Yeah, they gave you like the super duper bow.
Yeah, that was cool.
But yeah, I can't think of anything about Origins, even though it just came out. I mean, Bayek was cool. I like
Bayek was cool.
I like his side missions. Those were cool.
The Falakis.
Oh God!
I beat all of them.
The first time I heard that horn, I was shook.
Sweating.
I was sweating. I was looking both ways. I was like, "What's going on?"
The Falakis.
All right. So then,
now it's time for Odyssey.
It's time for let's real quick go through our top list.
Okay.
Of games. You can go first.
All right. We got Black Flag, number 1. Brotherhood 2. I think I always reverse like where Brotherhood is. Probably 3 for 3. 2 for 4. 5. My 5 spot would probably be Syndicate. 6 would be AC1. 7 would be Revelations. 8 would be probably in like Unity, and then Rogue, I think, is all the rest of them.
Did you do 1?
Yeah, 1 was like 5 or 6.
I do like keep in mind mine like at the top is very close after number 1.
Then Origins was like probably 7, and then just go from there.
Yeah, keep in mind mine after number 1 is like very close. So like one of these will probably be like real low. You're like, that's not right. But I do probably Brotherhood, Black Flag, 2 Syndicate, Revelations 1, Origins, Unity. Oh, I forgot 3. Shit.
Yeah, no, we're gonna have to do like you'll have to put it on the video of just like our list.
Brotherhood, Flag, 2 Syndicate. Yeah, I can't even do it.
I feel like we should have wrote these down.
Yeah, I should have. Well, I'm looking at the list, but yeah, I'm just like going back and forth.
We'll put up. We'll put up the. Yeah,
I'll put it in. I'll put it in at the end.
Yeah, that'll be easier.
So now, let's transition, Jeff, to a couple days into the future.
Yep.
We got Odyssey.
Yep.
What are you thinking, Jeff? What are you feeling?
Well, I like that we get to pick Cassandra or Alexios, so I'm gonna be my girl Cassandra because Alexios just looks weird, and I'm not feeling his character. I just think he looks like a generic dude.
Pretty much.
I'm excited for the setting. I think
the setting does look very nice.
Sweet.
It does look very, very nice.
Bringing back boat battles, which I'm not like. Black Flag's is special with boat battles to me. I don't know how Odyssey is gonna do theirs.
Yeah, I personally haven't really watched like anything.
I haven't. No, this is probably the least amount of videos I've ever watched for Assassin's Creed, like for a game coming out.
Like for me,
I watched basically just the E3 one.
Probably my like watching hype or like getting excited for games probably ended around Unity.
Oh yeah.
Because up until 3, I believe I would go out to GameStop at like midnight.
Yeah.
Wait in line. And then ever since then we just go to Walmart at midnight.
Yeah, we just
walk in.
Basically no one in line. And
yeah. But like I don't really watch any videos on it anymore to get me like into it. I've recently realized how close it is. I've been getting a little more hype here and there.
Mild hype.
Mild hype. But same with you. Setting looks good. I don't know how I feel about. There's just so many questionable things that are like going to impact the future of the franchise. I'm like,
especially when you and I both found out that like Juno's dead.
Yeah, where they're just like, hey, guess what? All the whole modern day plot's gone.
There's dead.
No point.
Yeah,
so
that kind of screwed me up.
I don't know what they're gonna, because what was it, the end of Origins? You're like, what's her face? And William Miles shows up. He's like, hey, come hang out with
Layla.
me. Yeah, Layla, that's what it was.
And she's he's like, all right, let's go do some assassin things.
So it was like, I don't know.
So basically, Origins was like the sort of start of the Brotherhood, or like Assassin's coming.
But this game takes place before Origins.
Yeah, so it's like
oh, this is the origins of the Assassins. Then they're like, psych.
There's even a before.
But then
which I think this one's going to be probably more Templar stuff.
This one, I feel like it's just mostly you're just some dude, and at the very end, it's going to be like, hey,
yo, man,
guess what? I'm going to start this group of people. Because you can just kill civilians.
Yeah, that's true.
You can just run up, kill some civilians. The game's fine with it. It's like GTA style. But I don't know, man. Modern days got me definitely shook about the game. Just because I feel like I'm not ever gonna not play the game.
Yeah, same.
But for me, I'm gonna probably stream it which is
Oh,
probably unheard of for me because I like to experience games that I really like by myself and
true.
at my own pace.
Yeah.
So for me to say that, it's kind of like I don't really
It's gonna be
care
interesting
about
because
this
you only
game
stream at
that
certain
much.
times.
Yeah, but it's like I don't know. I might as well because I'm assuming I'll finish the game since it's Assassin's
Unless you like
Creed.
hate it,
Well,
which
no, I
I
mean I'll
don't think
finish.
you like.
I don't think my
I mean,
body
even
would.
I finished Rogue with
Yeah, I
as
don't think my
much
body would
dismay as I
allow me
had.
to not finish an Assassin's Creed game.
True. Yeah, I don't think
But
that'll
I'm just
happen.
saying because recently I've been not finishing games.
Yeah.
Just because I've got, I don't know. I like have no time, but I have time. But I'm like, I don't know. I get this thing where I'm like afraid to play another game again because I like get super sucked in and have
Yeah.
no life. That's
What was
why
the last game you were playing? I can't even remember.
Persona. I still haven't beat it yet.
Oh,
I'm
remember
at
when
I'm at
I
the
beat God
very
of War before you finished
I'm
Persona?
at the very end.
I even beat Spider-Man before you beat Persona.
Yeah, I know. Don't remind me. I'll beat it. Let me see.
Now you got back into Destiny.
I know. See, this is my point. I get sucked into a game. I can't do
Yeah,
anything else. All right,
that's
so I
true.
got until the 5th. I can do it. I can beat
It's not
Persona.
happening.
You want to bet?
You'll in podcast 6. If I'm in podcast 6,
I'm gonna beat Persona.
I'm calling you out.
And then
you
before
haven't
Kingdom
Persona.
Hearts 3, I'm gonna beat Kingdom Hearts 2.
You're never.
You heard it here
You're
first.
never finishing King. All right, you heard it here. Podcast 6 or 7 or whatever.
Put it in your phone.
All right. Oh my God!
Put it in his phone.
All right.
We always have side bets on just random stuff.
All right.
And
you're gonna have a special
we put
one
him
right
in
next
Jeff's
to
phone
Yanni's.
because it's gonna happen. I'm right at the unless it's like so hard I can't beat it.
Lennon.
The end of Persona, then
is gonna
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Finish Persona
before Assassin's Creed, and I'm 100% finishing Kingdom Hearts before
AC. Do we have? Is there a release date for Kingdom Hearts 3?
I don't think so yet. It's like beginning of the year.
KH2 before.
Oh yep, January 29th.
Yeah, right. You can finish it.
I got many months.
That's what you said every damn time.
I got it.
All right. Well,
ain't nothing stopping me now. It's in the phone. It's got it.
All right. Yeah, it's in the phone.
I can't be living amongst the likes of Yanni.
Yeah, he's got some outrageous stuff. You have actually another one that was in there.
What?
You have one that was in there.
What was it?
It was if Cream the Rabbit gets in, Lennon is maining her.
Oh yeah. Just for
Smash
the
Ultimate.
memes. Just for the memes. But yeah, back from the sidetrack. Yeah. Get back on track. So, just because we haven't really watched a lot on,
we don't really have
Odyssey,
much to talk about itself.
We don't have a lot to talk about.
I just know Medusa's in it.
Yeah, which I'm hyped, but I already saw the fucking battle.
Oof.
Yeah, and then I saw another one. It was like, oh, we got 3 hours of hands-on gameplay with Odyssey. I was like, all right, cool, I'm watching. It was the very beginning of the game.
Oh my God.
I was like, what are you doing?
What do you do? See, Ubisoft has such a weird.
It wasn't even them. It was just like some random.
Oh, GameSpot or some random.
Yeah, crap. I was like, well, exit.
They shouldn't even allow that though.
I was mad. What do you? I know we've talked about this a little bit during the E3 one, but your thoughts on like the choices of dialogue stuff?
See, that's where I think it's gonna affect the game. Yes and no. I think the overall ending will be the same regardless of the choice you make.
It better be.
It has to be because that's just not how the games work.
Mm-hmm.
Although if it does somehow affect the overall ending of the game,
it's gonna be fucked.
They're gonna screw up.
They're gonna have a lot of problems.
Basically, how Assassin's Creed has developed throughout the years.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna mainly pertain to like side missions and like different equipment and stuff like that, like how most RPGs sometimes are. And that's the direction they're going. And I think this game will determine whether or not I want Assassin's Creed to go in that direction.
Yeah, I can see that.
They're trying to make it. They're definitely trying something different.
Mm-hmm.
They were starting with it with Origins, and now they're really going to get into it.
I feel like they're just like they saw Witcher 3 popping off.
Yeah, but that was such a different.
Well, they're just like
I know
choices.
Yeah. And that's not always a good thing.
And like, it's not the only game that has it.
No, I mean, like Mass Effect has choices.
Yeah, Mass Effect got choices, which killed my game.
We talked about that.
Dragon Age, which I didn't beat, but
that
had
choices.
The game was fun, but
yeah, I almost got that game.
Like, I can see them doing this definitely in the future. I don't unless they completely screw up the
We'll find out
timeline,
how.
I don't think they'll get rid of it.
Like I said, both you and I aren't gonna stop playing the games because I mean, we like
it's like my favorite series.
Yeah, so. We like Assassin's Creed in general. It may not seem like it sometimes.
Yeah, I mean,
we like it a lot.
Like
we've dedicated so much time to it.
I've always said in my super old reviews of the games where I'm like, it's an okay game, but I'm rating it in my scale of Assassin's Creed games, which is already high on my list of favorite games.
And I always have high expectations for the game because of how many games I really enjoy throughout the series.
Yeah.
Like since Black Flag, I scale basically all the games to like Black Flag and Brotherhood levels.
Yeah.
And so Brotherhood's like up there, like basically like such a small sliver within Black Flag and Brotherhood.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, like when we're ordering these games, it's not like we're ordering them in the list of every single game we've ever played.
No, yeah, it's only in the Assassin's Creed series.
It's their own separate scale.
Because we like the series so much.
Could you see in the future?
Now we're gonna do the future stuff.
A little bit. Okay. Could you see in the future? Once again, I don't know how they would do it because it would quite possibly super screw up the timeline. But just a thought: character creation. Or slight customization.
I mean, they've already kind of developed this slight customization with the armor and stuff.
I mean, like
I think
hair,
if
eyes,
they
face.
do, it would be more modern day related.
Okay.
It would be more futuresque stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't be like cyberpunk future.
No.
That's a video for another day.
Like the missions where you were Desmond going out.
Yeah, it would be something like that.
Yeah.
I don't think unless they figure out like a story for it and it fits in perfectly and it can end the same way. But the problem is it's like the whole Assassin's Creed is the character aspect. And their products have always been character oriented, merchandise and all that. So yes, and I think the past character will always be the significant. But you might have like slight customization of your.
I can definitely see them actually letting you customize like your modern day character if they ever decide to
whenever they get away from
that.
Layla.
If they're like, you are the main character again, I can see him doing it that way.
But overall, when you go to the past, that's always going to be. It's too much of a merchandise thing.
No, for sure.
That they make
it's like
they have the whole brotherhood of assassins.
It's what people on the outside view as the main plot of the games, which kind of is.
Unless they do like a hooded figure or something.
Yeah,
like that.
Just some generic, spooky hooded guy.
Yeah.
More future stuff. Let me see. What about future settings?
I want
where would like setting and like time period, I guess.
I think there's a lot of the beauty of Assassin's Creed is they can go anywhere. And I think there's a lot of basically free real estate.
Yeah.
In certain aspects that like pirates, they were able to tap into that. Vikings, there's really nothing on Vikings. And I would love a Vikings era type stuff. I think again, samurai stuff that's played in a lot of stuff, but I think Assassin's Creed could do it well, but I think that might not be the best time now
definitely not now.
The game Ghost of Tsushima and then Sekiro coming out. They probably won't win against those unless Ghost fails miserably and Sekiro's bad, which I don't think so. But I think overall Vikings would be my big one. And they did so much teasing. I also want Russia. I want Nikolai Orlov, my boy from the comic. That's the only comic I've read. Well, no, I lied. I read the
Did you get the
the Indian one?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Those are the two I got. I got the Nikolai Orlov one and the Indian guys. I think he would be sweet, even though they kind of covered his entire story in that comic. But I think a Russian anywhere in Russia would be sweet. But overall, Vikings would be probably my main one.
I can definitely see that. It'd be cool. I don't know how I would feel. I don't know about visually that setting.
It'd be kind of darkish.
I don't really know anything about that time period.
Neither do I.
Which I don't really know anything about any of these time periods except for probably Odyssey. Origins. I get them confused all the time. Too many O's.
ACOD.
Like you, I would say like feudal Japan samurai style.
Yeah.
But
I
I
think
feel like right now is
Ghost
not the
will
time.
fix that urge for me.
Yeah, right now is not the time for that.
Yeah,
But I 100% think they could definitely do that.
the Mayans would be cool.
That would be nice, yeah. Mayans or like Aztec or
Yeah,
something
that'd be
like that.
sweet.
Because you know what they could do is how the whole main plot of the modern day was tied into like when the world was supposed to
Yeah,
end with the
and now
Mayan
obviously
calendar.
that's kind of over.
But it was like the Mayan calendar, so they
Yeah,
could
yeah,
do
yeah.
some stuff with that.
I mean, I'm sure that's an aspect they've talked about
Mm-hmm.
before.
I would say I don't know. I just kind of thought of this just to be not just the feudal Japan. It would be hard because, like you said, or we talked about with Unity, I think they were getting too close to like present day people being alive.
Yeah.
But I would be interested, and once again, it'd be kind of stepping in the territory of another game. But I would kind of like to see a like a Wild West one.
Oh, you're gonna compete against Red Dead?
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know.
Good luck.
I'm just trying to think of something like character wise that I would enjoy.
Yeah, I could see a good cowboy character.
But I think I would really. It's not going to happen, but I'd really like to see like a modern day game. But
Yeah, that won't happen.
I don't think it's ever going to happen.
No.
There was a really nice, super long article I read months ago about like making a. I always have to go back to multiplayer. So how there is an article of someone good theory of making like a multiplayer focused game that was just the modern day, and it was
Isn't that
like
Watch Dogs?
no, it was like it's hard to explain
Same
without
universe.
seeing the
Yeah,
article,
I'd
but it
have to
was
see
like
that.
modern day, but open world. But you could go to like where the specific I don't know online matches would be. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but
You really want multiplayer,
I
right?
do. It's just I don't know. I got nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Because every time Jeff's like, "Oh, they're re-releasing this game,
I only care if
HD,
they. I only
HD." I
care
was like, "Is it got
like how
multiplayer though?"
Odyssey's season pass bullcrap is a bunch of chapters of like one arc thing and another like set of chapters for another thing, and then it was just like the remake of AC3 you also get in the spring, and I was like,
I didn't see that.
yeah, it was just they announced it with the season pass of it,
Oh, okay.
and but you can get AC3 by itself later.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Hey, yo, man, they're coming out with AC3 again, the remake." And you're
Very
like,
first
"Does that
thing I said.
multiplayer?"
Very first thing I said is
Yep.
that multiplayer.
And I was like, "Probably not."
I've seen other people saying it though on the Reddit. They're like, "Does it come with multiplayer?"
Is that you and your fake accounts?
No, I've only posted there like twice.
I was about to give the AC Reddit give them the hands when they were coming out with these rankings.
Oh god, yeah, the rankings. Let's
At least Rogue stayed where it belonged.
yeah, the most recent ranking was. I think it's mostly just because.
I think a lot of these players are more of the recent.
Yeah, that
some of the people like I've read in there were like, Origins was my first one.
but
It's like,
it's
well,
look, Origins
that's
is
where
the
it
best
screws up.
one. It's my first and only one.
As
I'm like,
much as
"Whoa, what do
people
you mean?"
hate like how AC1 is so clunky,
Mhm.
you have to start at AC1.
Yeah, everyone that's like, "Oh, you can hop right in on
It's
this
like, no,
new
you
game.
can't.
It's a game for new players."
No,
Well,
you can't.
now I don't know with the modern day being so jank.
Yeah, now it can.
You might
Now
be
it
able
is.
to.
Before it wasn't.
Yeah, before it was like, no, you're gonna be really confused if you hop in the middle of AC3 and you're like, "Oh, I'm
Who's
dead
this man?
now."
Yeah.
Or you know what would be the worst if
I
you
think that was. I think
the
that
worst
was the
would
key.
be the worst would be if you hopped in at like Revelations. You're like, "Why am I this dude in this alternate
Yeah, I
dream
think
world?"
that was one where they. I think that's maybe the area where they were like, why they got rid of Desmond. We're like, hey, we kind of want to create a
True.
game where people can just hop in.
Yeah, it wasn't very
Where you don't have to play the other
beginner,
ones.
like new player friendly.
Yeah, not
the
at
series.
that time, no.
I can see that, but
So that probably was one of their meanings to do. I was like,
still,
I'm still mad that they teased at Unity. Remember, you started Unity playing in like the Knights, like
yeah, they showed like the
medieval
other time
times.
period. They're like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
I was
here's
like,
all
this
these
is-
other spots."
I was like, this is legit, and then it showed like all the other ones.
I was like, "Oh, this is gonna
we're
be."
gonna be.
I was like,
we're gonna be. These are all gonna be like the
I
side.
I was like, "This is gonna
things.
be a really long game."
This is gonna be sick. And then it was
it
like,
it didn't happen.
psych. You just get to like sort of go to past France and then sort of go to future France, World War II or whatever, World War One France. It's like, oh,
Yeah, my biggest hopes for the future of Assassin's Creed is you just. I mean,
I go
it's not that complex. You just gotta have
fix the story.
good story,
Put
like
the
engaging story with
inside
engaging
the games
characters
where they belong.
And well, I'm far gone beyond that. There's no point now.
Yeah, that's true.
Story's gone. Go read a comic or a novel or hell knows
Yeah.
I'm real behind on reading anything I already own.
True.
So I don't know. Just make like the in-game story and the characters.
Give me some of that good
Make them
crispy lore.
interesting, and then setting got to be crispy.
Always.
And make a standalone, not even related to Assassin's Creed multiplayer. I just want a game that's like that, Jeff. There's nothing like it.
Didn't you see like an article of the actual, like someone's actually gonna make that game, like the actual multiplayer stuff? Like there was actually like a multiplayer PC game like that.
Yeah, it's what's it called? I can't remember. It's supposed to come to console,
but you're all about that.
Yeah, because it was the same game.
Yeah,
it was literally like a spiritual successor to online Assassin's Creed multiplayer, and I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah,
now I'm really mad. I gotta look it up. Spiritual.
Doing live research right now.
Yeah, because I can see the image of the game in my mind.
Just can't figure out the actual name. Yeah, I think you sent me the article, but I was like, yeah, it's about AC multiplayer.
Well, the article you might be talking about is the one where the person had a good idea for modern day multiplayer. Murderous Pursuits is what the
I mean, that sure sounds like it.
It looks just like it, dude.
Sure sounds like it.
It's crazy. Oh, it makes me so sad just looking at it.
Just hope it doesn't get canceled.
I mean, it's already out on PC.
Oh.
It's been out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they said they were going to make it come to
console. You'd have to look at maybe their Twitter has updated.
It's from like a company I've never heard of in my life.
But so one thing on Odyssey, I know that there's been backlash on basically no hidden blade, as far as I know.
Mm-hmm.
And you use the spear. So, and I know, spoiler, I don't know if you saw the season pass stuff.
Nope.
Do you want to know about the season pass stuff?
I mean, is like story related?
I mean, it brings up the hidden blade.
Oh, I mean, I assumed there was going to be something with the hidden blade eventually.
Well, I don't know if we ever get it in the game, but it's basically the guy who invented it, like, is in the DLC. Apparently.
DLC, I'm not getting it.
Yeah, exactly. They put it in DLC. There's a lot for the DLC stuff.
Unless I really like the game, which I'll get the DLC. I don't think I've gotten. I've only gotten one, and it was
last one I got was I think Black Flags
Brotherhoods. I think.
Yeah, I don't know. Da Vinci's Code or whatever the crap it was. Because 2 didn't have it. 2 didn't have a DLC. I don't think.
I don't think it did either.
Or no, it did. It had the where you met up with what's her face.
Nope, that's the one I played. Where you met up with Ezio's original girl.
No, that was you talking about. Like before he even became assassin, that was all side mission stuff.
No, not that one.
You're talking about the redhead, like
yeah.
I
can't remember her name.
That was that was too. All sad. That was before he was like in with her.
Yeah, really all sad.
Really all sad.
Yep. So hopefully the game comes out in a couple days. So I'll be eventually doing a review of it.
Yeah. Whenever you finish it,
it won't take me long.
Yeah, usually you can grind out Assassin's
Normally, I can beat an Assassin's Creed game in like 1 to 2 real human days.
I think basically when Origins came out, I think it was like a Friday. I basically like got home from work or I left work early, and basically beat it that Sunday night. I think
we both usually beat them around.
It was
the
different
same time.
Yeah, it was different. It was different last time. Yeah, it was different last time because in Origins you had to level up to get to the certain mission. That's the part which sucks.
I got screwed. I had to grind so much.
Yeah, and that was like you were at work, and I was able to grind like a bunch of levels.
Mm-hmm.
And then basically that's why I finished it first.
Yeah, I just remember in my Assassin's Creed heyday of playing the games, I played 1, 2, Brotherhood, and Revelations in preparation for 3. I think I played them all and I beat them in like 5 days. And I think I developed a slight brain tumor. I had a headache for like 4 days. It was bad. So yeah, I won't be doing that, but I'll definitely.
I remember you wanted to do a series of doing.
My computer couldn't handle it.
Yeah, your computer.
They do it every year. A game comes out with this sequence a day.
It's just gonna get longer and longer.
Yeah. Oh god. Be like, all right, guys. Today's sequence, I have to grind levels. I gotta grind 14 levels.
It's like you have to do a bunch of off-camera grinding.
Yeah.
Especially in Origins and probably that's the thing. And probably in Odyssey, there's gonna be a grinding level thing. There's probably gonna be New Game Plus and all that stuff.
Was there a New Game Plus?
Yeah, they added it later.
Oh. Okay.
Apparently there was something where you can't do something with the helmet or a hood or something like that, but I can't even remember what they were talking about.
I think it was you can have it off around or something. I don't know.
Which sucks.
I mean, it's fine by me.
I just want my hood on all the
I'm
time.
gonna take it off.
I'll just have
I
my
want to see
hood
that
on.
face.
Nah, I want my hood on.
Nah, I never wore my hood for bike.
Dude,
I always had it off. I had I had the shaggy homeless man hair and beard. I was all about it, and I always had to keep equipment.
I had the beard and the hood. I remember in AC3, I was so salty that Connor didn't have his hood on anymore.
With the mohawk?
Yeah, I was like, I want his hood, dude.
Yeah, he threw it up and then he took it off. I was like, where's the hood?
Back up.
They put it in,
and then they patched it in. Yeah,
I was kind of fine.
God,
I was kind of okay.
Well, because they put it back in. They put his hood back on when he did when he went to Boston, New York, or the Frontier.
Yeah.
They took it off when he went back to the Homestead, which is another thing I think is underrated in 3 is the Homestead. If you actually did the Homestead missions, there's some character development there.
Yeah, I mean, hey man, it's good. I remember I saved that one guy from the waterfall.
I love me some Homestead.
But I think I don't have anything else to say. You got anything else, Jeff?
No, I'm good.
All right. Well, that's gonna wrap up CreekCast number 5.
This one probably felt long.
It was like an hour.
That's not usual.
It's not as long as our first one.
Yeah, that one was.
First one was the hour 20. That was the editing.
Well, it was like 4 of us too.
That was the editing project. But hopefully, I have to have this out before the game comes out.
Yeah.
So and then I got to be Persona 2.
Yeah.
So
you got some work to do.
I got a busy.
Hope you don't have any other stuff to do.
I think I'm good.
No dog watching.
I mean, I do that every day. But all right, guys. Teddy Creek, MPSU.
Peace.
We out. Peace.